G'day! In today's video, I'm replacing the display on a Nokia G10. Also has the model number TA-1334. This is the variety of screen that I will be using over here. Now to begin with, I've had it sitting on my blue heat pad here at 75 degrees, so the back is very warm to the touch, even being plastic. So that's going to make the next step a lot easier for me, as taking the back off when it's cold is fairly difficult, but taking it off when it's warm, especially with the aid of isopropyl, is going to make it a lot easier. So if you've got either a hairdryer or you can put it on a small heater, just to get it to the point where it nearly burns your hand when you put your hand on there, you should be alright to go from there. Now I'm going to also use some isopropyl and a thick pry tool. These are known as an iSesame tool. So I reckon I should just be able to get that in just a little bit, and hopefully I can get just under the adhesive to get around it. And hopefully if I twist it like that, some of that adhesive will come up and stay on the backing. There we go, like that. That's a bit more how I would like it to happen. There we go. Being that it's plastic, we are quite flexible. So I'm going to put that aside for now. Next up, we're going to take out all these screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we'll take out those 16 screws and take out the SIM tray, wherever it may be, over here. And then this back assembly should be able to come off. I'll let you know if any of those screws are going to be different in size. Being a Nokia phone, I'm going to assume that all of them will be the same length. It's pretty rare that some of the cheaper brands use different screws in different spots. Normally it's the same screw in most spots, at least, if not all spots. These screws are coming out very easy. Unlike Samsung, they're not getting stuck in at the very end. But if I take out Samsung screws, they get to the very end of the screw thread and just kind of stay there. So that is certainly one advantage I'm seeing here. Just putting these screws into a different location, but I don't think that really matters, as they do seem to be the same length as the other screws. Got a warranty seal sticker here. Basically that means nothing, especially when your phone is broken. Good luck claiming warranty on a broken phone. Take out the SIM tray. Go, put that aside. Now from here, I should hopefully be able to work out one side. I'm just getting a nail underneath. I'm trying to. It's been fairly stubborn. Proceed to try and slide between the body and the black, as you can see from there. Keep working my way around. Now, I probably also will assume that there's going to be something under here. Look. Nothing there. That one hidden screw. There. No, I was hoping I could use my nails, but it seems to be getting stuck on the corner. There we go. Keep going. And there we go. There does seem to be a fingerprint scanner over here, so we do have to be a bit cautious when we lift it up. Oh no, as we see, it's not actually connected. It just makes a pin connection to the scanner, which is good. Put that out of the way. Next up from here, I want to disconnect the battery. Here, I'm going to put my nail under there and lift it up. Next, with this being still very warm to the touch, my heat pad is still on at 75 degrees. I'm going to take the battery out using these steps. fold these out of the way. What I'm going to assume is go and lift and pull. Step 1 now, there we go. Little 2-step battery removal. Let's tack that on the back here. I'll worry about straightening these up later. These should wrap around to the front. Put that aside for now. Next up, the bottom charging port, which has a single black screw down the bottom here. Take that out. Take off the cover. Okay. There you go. We have this connector here. That connector comes off. These 2 connectors here come off. 1, 2, and then peel that up slightly. So with the charging port here does need to come out, so we'll disconnect the aerial just by lifting up underneath it and moving this out of the way, like so. There's my collection of spares. Go like this. Now, as I said, this has still got a fair bit of heat going into it. And one method I tend to sometimes do, which is sometimes successful, sometimes not, at getting the screen out cleanly, is putting a small flathead screwdriver through here and pushing. There we go, just like that. As you can see, that's removed that relatively cleanly. Still a bit of glass down the bottom here on the original impact corner. But as you can see, that did get that out pretty cleanly. So that's basically fit for the bin. Remove the extra glass shards from over here. I'm going to use a small Phillips head screwdriver just to go around the outer edge. This one. Go. Righto, pretty happy with that. Now if I can find where I've got my toothbrush tool, or just a toothbrush, I usually like to give it a brush around the outer perimeter, just to make sure there's no glass fragments that I may have missed. Right now, I'll put this down. Just like that. Should get rid of any potential shards that may be there. Funnily enough, it looks like a moisture indicator over here, but it's actually just the silicon plastic duct for the microphone. I'll move that out of the way, put it back in its original location, right along here, like so. There we go. Now I want to use some of this. And what I'm going to do is run it around the screen, like so. Now I do have to be careful up here. This location up here, you can see on your screen, a bit of blue light there, so it does need to penetrate through. So you don't want to put too much glue in that location. This is going to have excess glue come out the sides, which is expected, but that's part of the cleanup afterwards. I do like to put a little bit extra just here and here, just so it does stick down reasonably well. There we go. Cap back on this glue. Now I have left some off the top here. Should just be able to smear it across just to seal up above this front facing camera. That should be an okay amount. Now to pull this blue backing off down here. If it wants to leave. Oh, who was the fool that put this together on the assembly line? Good risk of damaging the flex cable here. Rather disappointed if that's what happens here, as it shouldn't have been stuck there. So that very well could have just damaged the flex connector down the bottom here of the LCD. Fold that over. Now push it up. Now it should be a matter of feeding it through. Feeding it through down the bottom here as well. Like that. Coming out here, out the top here. Line it up from there. Push together. And from here. And reconnect these two. I like to connect them up first while it's not fully pushed down. And then from there I can figure out where the cable needs to run. So I'll connect both of these two up. Like that. And then from there, push down flat. Should get a nice even fold on both the connectors. Almost like what I've got there. Go. Now we put in the charging board. Then to connect up the antenna once more. And this should fold over, like so. And click down. Should also be relatively straight and even across it. Now this needs to fold up and connect up. Hold it over the top and then push down. And that should connect it into position. Go, connect, connect. Then we've got to go this one back here. A few extra screws. Push down, and then we need to put that black screw in, back down here. Black screw down the bottom here. And screw that up. This one goes up the top. I've forgotten where up the top. Actually, no, I remember now. From here, we put the battery back in. This one folds over, like so. This one should hopefully be able to be uncrumpled. There we go, fold it over. We should be right to put the battery in. There we go, sit down, push in. Connect up power, push down, should attach. Make sure your antenna connector is still connected up the top here. That may give you bad service if you have it disconnected. It's looking alright. Still heating up to 70 degrees actually. I'm going to put my back cover back on to heat up this adhesive. It is rather tacky. With a bit of heat into it, it should go back to being pretty darn good. Now I need to drop this one over the top. I usually start on the button side first. Work my way around. Go. Next up from here, remember the one hidden screw up here. Then we put the back cover in, put your remaining, I think it was 15 or 16 screws back in from there. Doesn't matter where, the placement doesn't matter. All the screws are of the same length. Then potentially you need to put some new adhesive on here. Might have to either re-glue it or just put some double-sided tape. Should be able to go on over the top. And from there, all going well, you should be able to have hopefully successfully replaced the display on your Nokia G10 or G20. Anyway, that will do for today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.